not go back to the Colombian President Gustavo Petro.
Yeah, so they are called like strategic partners. What do we do in NATO? If the main chiefs of NATO are sided with genocide, what do we do there? It's not a time to have a military reset of the government of the world. There is not a Latin American army. Can't we have a Salvation Army for humankind? That makes the value the ideas worth. Because we learned that this was a military and political at the same time. Hegel said that first we have the ideas, then the cannons. Otherwise, the ideas are just fodder for mice. We don't write books for nobody to read. We write them, and beautiful, but they are meant to become a reality. The one that creates, as they said. This fantasy has become reality, and Aureliano is ruling Colombia now. And we have moved the young butterflies. Here we are, the heart of the biodiversity of the planet. And here we have a story older than the United States, creating realities. We left the reality and now we are thinking with the world. The ones that were beheading the kings now are kissing us and hugging us. There is another reality on motion that we have created in our dreams. Caribbean created dreams that became truth. The Caribbean calls us to dream, but also to make the dream true. What do we do in NATO? Isn't it a time for another military alliance? Because how can we side with armies that send bombs to children? Those are not liberation armies, those are darkness armies. So we need to have light armies. We need to gather our armies and think the things properly, because we cannot have Israeli weapons, and they are arriving here. And the Ministry of, and these house in the Chancellor's office and other ministries, even officers that were so-called communist, helped to put obstacles to the president with a two-words figure that I can't remember the name, that made empty the prohibition of exporting coal. And Glencore and Drummond are taking 60% of the coal that Israel needs, because we are the fifth coal exporters of the world, and the world of law and the country of Libya wants to kill the humanity. I don't want to export coal, and nor to explore more gas. And the last oil reserves are being depleted because that kills the humanity and kills everybody. And we are forbidding this exporting, and we have traps within the same government. And the Chancellor has the order of changing this decree at once. Forbidden. We have some magistrates that are not understanding my words or the new reality of the world and defeat the present orders. I'm facing a lawfare, as many people know. The more persecuted person of a country is the president. I said that I'm also a slave myself. I went to write my book with a yellow bougainville with a beautiful sea, and they said that I was with the largest delinquent of Ecuadorians, and they were trying to kill me in the press that tells lies because they are owned by the rich ones. We have to leave NATO. There is no other path to follow. And the relationship with Europe cannot go with people that help. Other European people are not helping, with European governments that are betraying their own people and they are helping to throw bombs. And Colombian coal is not going to become bombs in Israel to kill children. If they are going to raise our tariffs, other people will help us and they will buy our products. Colombia buys Palestine olive oil, not to Israel. Palestine make it, Israel put the brand. Colombia buys to Palestine and don't sell to Israel. Not because we hate Israel. I believe in the two-state solution. I'm from that solution. I think that the world allows Jewish for some years and people coming from Arabs because they have some Arab heritage that was in the Bible. So they call us anti-Semites, religious terms. And when I read where Zen was, it says that it's a descendant both of people that were called from Arab people and some others from the Jewish. And it was the same people, Jewish and Arabs in Palestine, is the same people and they have the same origin. They don't have to kill each other because they will find only the solitude that Jesus found when the Romans that were not from there killed him. Well, from NATO, we have to leave it. We have to set up an army of light with all the people of the world that wants it. And we have to tell Europe that if they want to be with Latin America or Africa, they must stop helping Nazis. And we have to tell to the North American people with all colors to stop helping Nazis. There was a coalition of government, the coalition of light. Some are reds, and they had this flag, and they arrived before anybody else. And Hitler died, killing himself. And some others were bearing their red bars, and came also almost to Berlin. And some others were the people of Europe fighting with the cold, with Hitler, and some others were the Chinese. And it was the same fighting against Hitler and their partners and releasing their country. And some other people did the same. We did a great world coalition for humanity. Hitler died. His ideas are still permeating the dark armies. But why aren't we creating an army of light? Because in the end, if they don't pay attention to us, if our call to dialogue doesn't stop bombs, if Guernica continues everywhere, I know how tough are these words because a former magistrate from Cauca was attacked, and Cauca was of his leave and was a part of freedom. We're going to extract. They were asking Mossad to take the president of Colombia by force. Well, you might try. A woman saved Bolivar. Maybe that happens to me too. But we cannot be silent. Salvation Army, that ideas are not taken by rats. And these armies starts in the Caribbean or another part of the world. We have to be together so that they respect us. It doesn't happen to us. We can surrender the weapons. Al-Fatah did that. Nelson Mandela did that. Many of the ones that leave the desert stop using weapons. We use our words. We use magnificent examples of peace, but they have to respect us. Our voice is not a clown voice. Our voice is respected, and those that are bombing have to respect too, and that is military and political as well. And we had to. And if it's only political, let's hope that we don't use the military part. But we had to. Then our Hague Group has to go beyond too. Has to go beyond. Otherwise, it's not going to stop the genocide in the world. And the barbaric thing is going to continue. We want a population-free world, and we want all to be free. So it's up to us. And I finish shouting, "Free Palestine! Long life, free Palestine!"